Hey everyone, I hope you've had a great weekend and that you're taking some time this evening to wind down and relax and get prepared for the week ahead. As you can see, I'm back home in my sweats and have my hair in my ponytail and I'm ready to hit my workout here in a little bit. But I appreciate you taking a few minutes to listen to what I have to say. If you've followed my story at all, you know that I've struggled for a lot of years with self-image and just having a really negative self-image. And this last year I've just really seen huge changes, and I share a lot about that because if anybody struggles with that, I would love to see you get to the place where I am right now, where you don't struggle with that anymore. But I was thinking the other day, and I just really have something on my heart that I'd like to share with you. As I've shared before, my struggles really started when I was a teenager. It's kind of hard to talk about, but I felt like I wasn't good enough. I felt like I wasn't thin enough. I felt like I wasn't pretty enough, smart enough, whatever it was. I just wasn't enough. And I really struggled for years trying to find myself. But one of my main issues was the fact that I really struggled with, thinking I wasn't thin enough. And I remember weighing myself a lot, feeling like I needed to be this certain weight, a certain pants size, a certain shirt size. But a memory that really stands out to me is the fact that I kept a tape measure in my bathroom all the time, and I would measure myself. I would measure my waist, I'd measure my hips, my thighs, and then I would constantly do the wrist test. I would I would check my wrist to see how big it was with my fingers. I would check it, and the only way I would see a difference with any of that was by not eating. That was something that gave me control. I could control my weight, and that was a time in my life that I really needed to control something, I guess. And even though people would say things to me, people would say, you're really thin, Kristen. You need to eat more. You need to. Why are you not eating more than you are? You're losing weight. Your pants are falling off. Why? What is going on with you? And instead of thinking, oh wow, they're concerned about me, they probably have a valid point. That would only push me to keep going. I wanted to be thinner. I wanted more of that. I wanted more of that control. Nobody could stop me from being thin. Nobody can stop me from doing this. And I wasn't ever thin enough in my own mind. It was never enough. So fast forward several years, and I had kind of gotten to the point where I would, I no longer obsessed about things like that. I didn't go around measuring my wrist. I didn't weigh myself constantly. I didn't measure myself constantly, but still in the back of my mind, I had that voice that always told me that I wasn't good enough, that just would always tell me negative things. And that's a really sad place to be in. To know that when you look in the mirror, you are always going to pick out a flaw. I think it's human nature to look at ourselves and see the things that pick out our own faults, so to speak. But when you look at yourself and you don't see anything at all that's positive, you can't look in the mirror and say, I look happy today, or wow, this shirt looks nice on me. You cannot even say that to yourself at all. That's a horrible, horrible place to be. And I was in that place for about 19 years. And I'm 34. So, more than half my life was spent feeling horrible about myself. And, like I said, I mean, this is not easy to talk about, but the reason I wanted to share this was because I know that there are people who feel like that. I know that. And it breaks my heart. And it just hurts me so much for you if you are feeling like that. I don't have a magic cure, I don't, my husband and I started dating when we were 15, and for 18 years, he tried to fix me. Not in a bad way. I just mean he supported me. He has been my rock. He listened to me when I cried. He, every negative thing I've ever said about myself, he told me something positive. All of these things that he did to try to help me feel better about myself. But it didn't work. And that's not because he didn't love me enough. That's not because he wasn't supportive enough. It was because I couldn't believe him. And I didn't believe him. And I feel horrible about that because, I mean, when your husband tells you you're beautiful, you're supposed to accept that compliment and go on and let it, just store that in your heart and, feel good about it. But I didn't. And I really, I've apologized to him for that because it had to have been so hard for him to tell me for so long, to try to love me through it. And it didn't work. And to know now that I'm finally at a place where if he tells me that, I believe him. And I'm starting to get this build up in my heart and in my memory of all these wonderful things that he said to me, and they're stored in there, and it feels so good. And he's told, like I said, he's told me things like that all my life, but they're all of our life together. But just in the past year, I've started to believe them. And so anyway, the point is, like I said, this is my heart. This is why I try to encourage people to take time for yourself, to make a commitment to eating better, to exercising, because it's been a life changer for me. And I'm not talking about losing 25 pounds. I mean, that was good. I'm happy that I did. But I'm not the thinnest I've ever been. Not by far. I've been much thinner than I am now. But I wasn't healthy. And even worse than not being healthy in my body, my mind wasn't healthy, and it was bad. And I don't want anyone to feel like that. And that's my mission, my goal, my whole reason for being a Beachbody coach. Is because I want you to learn to love yourself. I want you to see your self-worth. I don't want you to have to look in the mirror and say, I don't like this person. Because that's no way to live. I've lived that, and that's no way to live. So I guess I'd just like to say thank you if you took the time to watch this. It was something that I just really had in my heart and felt like I needed to share. But if you feel like this, if you feel like I used to, like I said, I don't have a magic pill, but I do have tools that can help you maybe start on the path to loving yourself. Because it's not about the weight. You can be skinny, and hate yourself. I mean, that's just a fact, you know. It isn't based on your weight, but um, if there's anything I can do to help you, I would love to. You can contact me by message on Facebook. You can email me. You can, post on my Facebook wall. If you send me a message and you want to talk to me, I will call you. You can call me. But just know that you're not alone. That you don't have to go through that. You don't have to live your life with that awful feeling. You don't have to. Thank you for listening, and I hope you have a good evening.